Hey guys, it's Stacey, your favorite louse lady. So today I want to give you guys some pros and cons of having a lice removal business. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, asking me about owning or having their own lice removal service. And I just want to give you guys some pros and cons that I've seen. I'm sorry if there's a glare, and hopefully you guys can hear me. I have the air on because it is really hot outside. So let's get started. So a pro is, and this is a pro for any business, to be honest, is there's no cap, so you can make as much or as little money as you want, and you can work whenever, pretty much, since you can make your own hours. So a con is taxes. Now, obviously, everyone pays taxes, but when you're at like a traditional job, and by traditional I mean if you work a 9 to 5 or a clock in or whatever, whenever you're working that type of like a 9 to 5 job, the taxes are taken out of your paycheck for you, so you don't, most likely you're not having to owe the government any money by tax time. Or if you do owe money, you don't owe that much, or you get a refund check. Whereas if you have your own business, obviously the taxes aren't taken out, and you most likely will owe the government some money. I haven't had a refund check since I've had my own business. Really, when I had a refund check, I was like making under like $24,000 a year or so. But every year I do owe the government, and it's usually a lot of money. And I think if you do have a business, your taxes are a little bit higher as opposed to working a 9 to 5. So yeah, there's that. Another con that, and maybe it's not a con, but something that I've noticed is that you're on your feet for hours. Like I can be up on my feet for like 3 to 4 hours just treating people. Like I can be at a family's house for 3 to 4 hours treating however many people in that particular family. So if you can't really stay on your feet for all hours of the day, that this might not be for you, because most likely you'll have to be on your feet for hours. I would say another thing to consider, I don't think it's neither a pro or a con, is you're going to be working with people, and different types of people with different types of personalities, temperaments, etc. So I think having some sort of customer service experience is needed. I have had a lot of customer service experience in regards to like retail work. So I've dealt with different types of people, and you sort of have to be a people person if you are doing this type of work. Just because, you're going to deal with people every day, all day long. It's a very client-facing profession. Another thing is you're going to be dealing with hair. And obviously if you're removing lice, you're going to have to, lice is in the hair, so you have to deal with different types of hair. And I think it is important that you know how to maneuver through different types and textures of hair. I'm not saying you have to be like a stylist or something like that, but having a background in hair does help. Another thing to consider is that you can actually hurt yourself by doing this. When I say that, I mean because you're combing through people's hair, so you can easily get carpal tunnel syndrome because you're using your arm to comb through people's, or lice combing through people's hair hours, like every day, all day long. Fortunately, I've never hurt myself doing this or anything like that, but that's just something to consider. Another thing is you sort of always have to be on, if that makes sense. Like I have my own business, so I have a lot of people that either, make an appointment with me or give me a call or text or something. So even when I'm at home, I still feel like I'm working. Like I still feel like I have to and obviously I do, I have to answer calls, answer emails, answer text messages and all that. So I don't really have like a cutoff point. Whereas if you work a traditional 9 to 5 job, once you clock out 5 or 6 or whatever time, you're at home and you're sort of like done with your work. As opposed to if you have your own business, you're still sort of on the clock, if that makes sense. Also, when you have your own business, when you're starting, it might take a while for you to get clients and to sort of get your footing. And that's really for all business. It's not necessarily just pertains to mine. For me, when I first started, it took a while. I did get clients here and there, but it took a while for me to get clients consistently. During that time when I first started my business, I was living at home with my parents, so I didn't really have any major bills like that. Also, whenever I wasn't working and I did have, some bills like maybe car insurance or I have to pay my cell phone bill or stuff like that, I would do like Uber Eats or do like that type of stuff. So it was a little bit more flexible to my schedule, but I could still earn money to pay, the small bills that I did have. So when you're first starting, if you do have a job, I would still stick with that other job, because you never know how long it'll take for your business to sort of pick up. So those are just some stuff to consider. I'm not trying to deter people from having their own lice removal business. I'm just letting you guys know what I've experienced and just, give you something to think about. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.